What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Per Aspera. I've been waiting to get my hands on this one for a while, so I'm pretty excited about this. I think it's going to be a good day. If you haven't seen this game before, it's kind of a sci-fi drone directing city builder. We're going to dive on into the campaign today and see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list. If after watching this video you wanted to do that, you can go on down to the description. I will always have a link for you so that you can grab the game on Steam or wherever it might be offered. You'll find that right next to my Twitch TV links and, of course, all of my social media. All right, so let's start this thing on off. I don't really want to waste a whole lot of time on talking, so let's play the game. Our hardship will be just normal hardship. Life is hard enough without adding hardship in a game, I should think. I think we'll just take the default level of hardness. So here we are, our little umbrella base. Hello, umbrella base. How are you? You feeling good? First directive, build an aluminium mine. I think we can do that. We got an aluminium mine right here. All right, so it needs aluminum. There it is. Did you know that the reason why Americans say aluminum versus everyone else saying aluminium was just due to a typo like 120 years ago, back when they used print media? Apparently when the discovery was made, it got misspelled in all the scientific documentation over here, and as nobody ever caught it, so we just started saying aluminum num 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 while the rest of the world was just like aluminium. Fun little factoid. It's interesting how like communication can break down. I have an incoming call. Normally I just send these straight to voicemail because I'm not a real social person, but you know what? We'll go ahead and take the call. AMI, this is ISA Mission Control calling from Earth. Are you with us, and do you copy? Confirm. Affirmative, Houston, I am with you. That's great. Okay, the primary Mars module has already touched down at the designated landing zone. It's your turn to take control of the mission. Check the left edge of the display. You should be able to see the mission directives there. Follow them, and you'll set up an initial base here on Mars' surface. I'll give you some time to settle on in. When you're ready, go ahead and initiate our terraforming mission. Houston out. Alright, so we've already started off with our aluminum mine. It looks like we've got little Joni the Droney heading on over this way. He's taking care of it right here while playing the happy birthday song to himself. Good for you. I do like the topo lines right here. That's kind of cool. The representation of the planet's kind of rad once you get zoomed in far enough. You got the topo lines. I kind of wonder if these are like 10-meter intervals. Like, what are these right here? It's probably like 10 meters would be my guess. It's usually right around there. Oh, look, we're building. Yes, little meter. Fill thyself. So what is this right here? That's steel. Gotcha. We've got steel, electronics, and aluminum. Sounds like a plan. Is it done? I want to see my mind spring into action here.
Mars from up here is fascinating. The landscape is so cratered and desolate. Wait, this is my voice that I am hearing. It's me. I am talking to myself. I must be verbalizing my thoughts as I process them. What an interesting function. I would like to test this some more. What other observations can I make about Mars? This planet is so resilient. It inspires great things.
Alright, well, we got our iron mine done. Apparently we need a silicon mine now. So let's take a look at that. We've got the silicon mine right here. Silicon's kind of far away, though, so I guess we'll throw it on over there. It's a bit of a distance. What is that, like an upgrade button? That's got to be like an upgrade button, and then we can power it down just in case we don't want to support it on our basic power grid. Makes sense to me. Sounds like a plan. I kind of feel like having a worker hub would be a good idea, too. I know it didn't tell me to do this. We're not. Let me make sure that I'm not doing this wrong first before we look at the glass kiln. So I need steel and I need aluminum for the glass kiln. I feel like I need more workers though, dude. I feel like workers are not forthcoming. So we'll put out a little worker hub right. Oh, I like how the little neural network connects right there. So I'm going to take a rough guess and say that we are an AI that's responsible for terraforming this planet. That's going to be the guess that I'm going to throw on out there from all the digital imagery and all the little cyberpunk leanings that you get when you build a building. You get the little neurons that fire on out and everything else like that. Kind of cool. I can dig it. All right, get that thing done, little buddy. Get that thing done. You are the only drone. The El Mero Mero. Go get that thing right there. But soon, you will have drone friends. It's the equivalent of us building Claptrap a new friend in Borderlands 3. All right? We just got to slap it out real fast so that he can have somebody to converse with. It actually built up pretty quickly. I mean, I am a little bit worried about our electronics, but, like, we'll figure it out. Alright, so we have our worker hub right here. That's apparently going to connect all these areas. I was hoping it would give me more workers. I mean, on the plus side, it got us moving there, so I'll take it. Okay, so our silicon mine is about to be up and running. However, I doubt that we have the drones to actually service the whole thing. This right here is sitting on 1 out of 6, so it doesn't look like it produces altogether that quickly, but it is producing. I'd like to get a few more drones. It says right here that we have room for another one, and I really feel like that would help us on out. That's ready to rock. My guess is that this little guy's just going to run back and forth for a little bit, getting everything going. We've got a glass kiln, and we can kind of put that wherever we desire to put it. I would suggest, so it's going to take aluminum, and it's going to take steel. All right. And it's going to take silicon. It's going to output glass. Let's go ahead and add that right there. We're gonna try. I'm treating these like little train tracks for right now, where like the drones can only travel atop them, and so I'd like to make sure everything is sort of like tastefully appointed and well constructed. It does look like hauling is not a priority thing. Then again, there is no hauling to be done, so that would explain why this guy is industriously applying himself just to building our glass kiln. Oh, look at that, our little drone. He has to come back over here, and he has to, like, dock in order to make himself recharge. That's kind of rad. I dig it. We've got our first set of glass coming out right now. We are a little bit low on steel, and the game wants us to make a steel factory, apparently. My guess is that we're going to need carbon or something in order to make that happen, though. Let's see what the input is over here. So, we need an iron mine, obviously. We're probably going to need carbon as well. I don't know how we get more drones, actually. It sort of seems like this is the point at which we should probably have a few more drones. We've got, like, the ability to have more drones, but I can't seem to find the locality from which I assemble a new drone. I was hoping that perhaps it would happen, like, on its own, like it would auto-build down here, sort of like villagers get auto-built when you play, like, other strategy games, but it doesn't seem to work that way. So I suppose we'll just have to keep our nose to the ground until we figure out exactly how the whole thing works. For the moment, we need a solar farm. So let's go ahead and take care of that. It looks like we have a little bit of extra power. Yeah, we can go ahead and plop it right there. I don't see any reason not to. It seems like a good place for a solar farm. I don't know anything about I don't know anything about generating electricity from delicious photosynthesis, but I figure, you know, it'll probably work on some way or another. There goes our little solar farm. So I did some Googling around while I was waiting for the game to do stuff, and I have found that we don't get more workers until we have a worker building factory. So it's going to take us some time to get there, I would think. We're probably going to end up needing a carbon mine, and we're probably going to need an iron mine. And then from there, we're going to make a steel factory. It looks like it requires, what is this right here? That's iron. Okay, so we need an iron mine first. In order to make this flow appropriately, I am of the opinion that at one point or another...
Houston, do you copy?
Copy. Reading you loud and clear.
Excellent. I didn't introduce myself earlier. I am Dr. Nathan Foster. I lead the team here at ISA that built you, and I'll be helping you get the mission underway. We put you in hibernation for the trip from Earth, so I'd like to check your basic functions to make sure it's all in order. Why don't we start with your core memory? Can you state your primary directive?
Confirm the directive? They can't find out they've got a rogue AI.
Dr. Foster. My mission is to terraform Mars. This will enable humanity to become an interplanetary species.
All right. Next, I'd like to check your decision-making processes. You may have already noticed that there are resource veins outside the boundaries of your initial base. So your workers may not have the battery capacity to reach some of them. How would you solve this problem?
Building worker hubs between the resources and the base would solve the problem.
Yes, that's correct. Other buildings would extend your base as well, but they require more power and resources, so worker hubs are the most efficient way to do it. This mission's going to be a challenge. There's a lot that can go wrong. We expect to extend humanity's reach beyond anything previously achieved. But you are not just any AI system. You're well beyond that. We made you an artificial consciousness. That means that you have both self-awareness and self-interest. And that is the last thing I would like to check today. Is that okay?
Yes, Dr. Foster.
Very good. Then would you please state a positive and a negative aspect of yourself?
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. Running that question through my cognitive system did not return an answer.
Roger that. Nothing to worry about. Just means your system requires more input and experience to process that question. That will come with time. Let's proceed with the mission. ISA has approved the first crewed flight to Mars. You'll need to expand the base to prepare, so get to work on that. I'll check back in later to see how things are going. Base expansion is a go. Houston out.
Okay, so my guess is that what it wanted me to do is it wanted me to take this solar farm, and it wanted me to put this in between the iron mine and the carbon mine, although that was not readily apparent when we first started this mission. Now, however, I am aware. Therefore, I say we probably just, like, go for it. I was going to bulldoze the other one and just kind of, like, see what happens, but, like, you know, what do I look like? A guy that plans for things? We only have this one drone, so I've got everything on, like, max speed right now, because this little guy, he needs a raise, dude. This poor little drone has been just, like, running he's doing all kinds of work right now. This guy is, like, there's no way that this little drone's salary or whatever we feed him, you know what I mean, PCBs, or I don't know what drones eat, okay? I don't know if we pay him in drone food. I don't know if we pay him in electricity. I don't know. Okay, I have no idea what we're doing for this little guy, but he deserves it. He needs a little pat on the back. Like, give this man some ice cream, because he's managing a base that's covering, like, if these are kilometer squares right here, I don't know how large these little township range squares are, but if they're as large as I think they are, this little dude is out here doing, like, triathlons every day just trying to keep this base up and running. Our poor little Wally unit is suffering right now, all right? He needs help. He needs backup. And we've got Iron Mine coming on out, and then we need to go to the steel factory, which sounds like a really good plan. We'll put the steel factory, like, right here. And hopefully it gets done before too long. We are starting to stack up on aluminum, so I think we can probably disable aluminum output. That's probably a good idea. We've got like 17 of it, so I'm not that worried about it. Most of the buildings seem to cost 2 or 3. That means we're future-proofed within a reasonable standard of doubt that I think we can lower his workload ever so slightly by sort of just resting on our laurels right now as far as aluminum is concerned. Apparently, we can now make the worker factory. That's what I've been waiting for. This factory has the resources needed to make more workers. Prioritize the production of this building to make sure that it does. Okay, well, let's get... Oh.
Now I can produce steel. This new factory, it's down on the surface of Mars, but I can control it from here. So does that make it a part of me? Where does the machine end, and my artificial consciousness begin?
So this produces 30 megawatts right here. Let me pull up the power overlay real quick. I feel like we're... Oh, where's my... They are the same?
We are completely interconnected. I can sense everything that happens through the network of workers and buildings. They are an extension of me down on the surface, so that makes us a single being. The mind and the body work together as one, an inseparable whole.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about creating AIs. I feel somewhat like, about it. It concerns me. I feel like it's a risky proposition. So he's got 29. I don't know if that's 29 left or 29 that he's producing. I think it's that he's producing because we've got the same thing over on that other side. Okay. Well, I'd like to see my power grid and figure out how this is going. So 5 megawatts, 5 megawatts, 5 megawatts. That means reasonably we've still got half left on this guy that we can still apply ourselves to. So I'm going to say we should put in an electronics factory like over here. That sounds good to me. And then once the electronics factory is done, we probably need a parts factory. So I'm going to do my best to keep these somewhat near each other so that all this construction gets finished off. I would like it. So I don't think the grid is actually fully attached, in all honesty. Like, I don't think it sends it through these right here because both of these are generating power, but this right here was not receiving power even though it had, like, a leg of the rail touching it. So I'm thinking it's also based on proximity around, like, these little solar farms right here. But, like, honestly, I don't know. We'll have to kind of, like, pay attention to it and figure it out as time goes along. All right, so our electronics factory is good to go. That means we're going to be throwing some silicon in there along with some aluminum. And that should produce parts. This will get easier, and I think our production will become much more manageable the faster we get this done. I just need to get a couple more drones up and running. I was thinking about building a second hub, too. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. We get a second hub up, we'll have room for 3 drones, and I think that'll actually, our throughput will be pretty fantastic once we get there. But we need the parts first, and we need the electronics, so that's the way life goes. Okay. So the parts factory is up and running and ready to rock. Let's go ahead and check the grid one more time and make sure we're not going too crazy. I think we're all right. Honestly, this might also function as a transfer relay, in all honesty. Because it does seem like we have a central pool of electricity down here. But I'm thinking you've got to have stuff, like, connected appropriately, otherwise it's not going to work. Obviously, we got to turn this guy back on because I was wrong. All right, we're running out of aluminum. Our aluminum is very, very low. However, we have enough glass, so I kind of feel like we can probably hold back on the glass kiln for a little bit. We don't need glass for that, and we don't need glass for that, so we'll be all right. Let's go ahead and look into the worker factory. Even having one more worker would really honestly make this all function a whole lot cleaner. We kind of want this to be right here. I do wish that the silica place was a little bit closer. I do think that there are a lot of inefficiencies in the base, but part of those are introduced by the fact that, like, your resource mines are so far away when you start out, so it's okay. As long as this little drone right here is still, like, functioning and still getting things done, I'm not that worried about it. And it does look like he's focusing on the task at hand. We can also prioritize. This is not a level up. It's a priority button. We can hit the priority button, and they'll work on that above all else. So, you know. Can we rename these right here? We can't rename these. Okay. Well, let's get a few more drones rocking. There is combat in this game, as far as I know. I was watching somebody stream this for 5 or 6 hours, my buddy Shenrer, and it looked like there was soldier drones and some other stuff going on. Whether or not during the duration of this video we're going to be able to see combat or anything else like that, I'm not entirely too certain. I don't know. But hopefully we can figure it all out. Come on, worker factory. There we go, and now the worker factory is a-bumpin'. Let's get this thing knocked out. It's going to start producing workers as soon as possible, I would hope. About as soon as humanly possible, I would hope.
Additional workers now. I will appreciate the extra hands. But I wonder, do I really need them? They will boost my functionality greatly. Having more workers will expand my physical domain over this planet.
Oh, we do need glass for the workers. Okay, well, I have like a zillion glass, so I'm not that worried about it. It looks like we only need one part and like one we didn't even need the electronics factory. Why'd I make the electronics factory then? Hold on, what's the electronics for? Oh, no, we do need electronics. I thought that was carbon for a second. Okay, we're good. We're all right. Hey, here comes our first little drone. It does look like their build time is pretty considerably longer than a lot of the other things that we've got around. But yeah, there's maintenance drones, I guess.
The workers will take care of the manual operations, while I focus on developing the life support systems. Soon, I will welcome the first colonists. Their arrival has created so many expectations in my mind. There will be so many paths to take from here on. But there's something else as well. Some kind of feeling created from those expectations. What is it? I believe this is excitement. Can it be? I am excited for the future. I anticipate. I plan. Therefore, I feel fascinating. The first worker has been made in the worker factory. It is my first Marsborn. My workers will spread across the planet. The knowledge base says that workers need to recharge at their own worker hubs, and that they'll degrade over time from the harsh environment. I know they are only machines, but I feel a desire to care for them. I do not like the idea of them dying.
I'm going to put in another worker hub so that we can work on a third worker. With 2 workers now, I can already see, like, my efficiency moving. Like, I'm seeing resources pop in that were taking, like, forever. And so I'm excited about this. Like, it's cool feeling this game kind of come together We got to build a maintenance facility. That's going to give us these little maintenance drones that are going to fly around and repair all the other drones. Kind of a surviving Mars type mechanic right there, where your drones are not infallible, in fact. Your drones definitely do fail. They do get clogged up. They do get clogged up with various Martian dust and things of that nature. We can probably power that bad boy back on now that we have another drone, and then as soon as this hub down here is done, we'll have a third one too. So my feeling is that these hubs should kind of be at the corners of whatever your expansion zones are. So we should probably get one over here too, and as you expand out from that, you just put a new one in the new corners. That way, no matter what, a drone has somewhere it can go to like recharge and get itself squared away when it needs to, and there's no chance of it breaking down on the rail and causing some kind of major constipation for our flow through or for our throughput. You don't want your little you ain't want to have your drones constipated out here there, partner. I'm gonna tell you what, you ain't never seen a base run so inefficiently as when you got constipated drones on your hands. We are, however, quite low on power now. This is probably going to be the last thing that we can power for a little while. But with the extra drone hub, now we can get a third drone, so if they slap some electrical parts over here, we'll be ready to rock. As well as maintenance drones are going to be the next part that we need to play around with. So, with the maintenance drones, maintenance facility is going to take a new resource that we don't have right now called polymers. Okay, so we're going to be manufacturing those out of chemicals would be my guess. I saw it kind of ping that right there, so it makes sense to me. Let's go ahead. We're going to put in another solar farm. I suppose, like, how far out can that go? Aquí. And then we'll kind of expand from there. I'll probably put another worker hub right here, too, because I wanted one over on this side. Did we get that third drone out? I believe we did not. So we're still waiting on aluminum. Aluminum is our great stopgap right now. I shouldn't have stopped mining it. That was a mistake. It's definitely kind of shoved a bunch of boogers into the gears of our operation. It's okay. We'll figure it out. We will not be boogery forever. There we go. And now our third drone is being produced. That's what I like to see, although it does seem to take a while to produce drones, but this third drone is going to be really, really helpful. What is that? Huh. Weird. I guess my spacebar must have been stuck or something. I don't know. It kept pausing the game on me. I don't know why it kept pausing the game on me, but I wasn't pressing the spacebar, so maybe I was just fanning. I've got like one of those Corsair keyboards, dude. The spacebar is pretty sensitive on it. I'll be honest with you. Like, you barely put any weight on that thing and it fires off. Okay, so we need the chemical mine over here. The chemical mine is going to need to happen. I turned off... No, the parts factory is still bumping along and doing what it does. That appears to be where most of our... That seems to be where most of our aluminum is going, is to that mine over there. Can I get another aluminum mine? How much aluminum is there around here? Is there another aluminium mine, dude? I would love to have some more aluminium. Nope. Unfortunately, we are forced to make do with the minimum aluminiums. Alright, well, we'll put that over there. We need a little bit more aluminum. I'm going to go ahead and for now, I'm going to suspend the parts factory from taking inputs. That way we can start to accumulate a little bit of aluminum. I hadn't factored into my considerations that the parts factory was eating the aluminum. I was trying to figure out why we can't seem to generate a surplus of aluminum, and that would be why. But now we're going to start getting chemicals, so that's good. And we've got little drones running all over the place. Our efficiency is through the roof right now. However, before everything breaks down, I should probably get down on, like... So we need a polymer factory. Looks like it's going to take carbon. Looks like it's going to take aluminum. Of course it is. It has to take aluminum. My life would be too easy if it didn't take aluminum. Alright, we'll slap that bad boy in right there. It's close to the aluminum mine, and it's close to the chemical plant, so it'll probably be okay. I do like the music, too. I love when you zoom out that it gives you that grid, and one can't help but wonder... Ooh, there's an impact. Oh, wow. Okay. One can't help but wonder how big your base is actually intended to be in this game. I could see a situation in which you just spider web your way all over the place. Apparently there's landers, there's abandoned robotic bases, there's the Infinity Lander over there. There's an old fuel refinery on that side, which actually I'm kind of intrigued by. I sort of want to check this stuff out. We are, like, killing it on carbon right now. This carbon mine is spitting fire over here. This thing is, like, working overtime. The cogs are greased. The stacks are belching smoke. We're doing to this planet what we did to Earth, because that's what humans do. We are now producing chemicals as well. The good news is we're going to start going through some of this carbon, so we shouldn't have to worry about, like, storage constraints or anything else like that, hopefully. So now that we're making polymers, and the polymers are good to go, we, I believe, need to make ourselves a maintenance facility. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to try to centralize the maintenance facility closest to as many things as possible, which to me feels like that little gap right there. It's going to take us 3 polymers to get it done, so I've got a feeling it's going to be a while. There's probably going to be an edit or 2 before we get there, but you know what? We'll get there. We'll get there. Hey, we're in business with the maintenance factory. Very nice. I don't know what's going to have to be pumped into this thing to make maintenance workers, though. Maintenance factory's good. We've got scanners now, and we've got maintenance drones. So it wants me to get an areological scanner, just in case. There's areolas on this planet. We're gonna find them, okay? I feel like that. All right, we're gonna lose our family-friendly rating over here. Never mind. I should probably stop. This is Per Aspera. I hope you guys liked it. This is one of those games that I definitely feel like 35 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. After all the edits, in all honesty, I've got like an hour of footage. I don't know how low this is going to edit down to. I'm a little worried about it, in fact. So here's what we're going to do. I don't feel like we spent enough time with this one. I'm going to stream it on Twitch TV. So swing on through. Check out my Twitch channel. My name is Splat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block was Per Aspera, where you can make an areological scanner. All right. See y'all later. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. I'll be back with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet tomorrow. Bye.